Loved ones of Chris Jones say that he was having a hard time in school.
As police work to reveal a motive, News 3's Danielle Seda joins us now, and you spoke with someone close to the suspect. What did you find out?
So what his friend told me from college is that he was having problems at school, and he did confide in her a lot about what was going on. Now, I did talk to a psychologist actually, and they told me that there's a common misconception that bullying just stops as soon as you get that high school diploma, but that's actually not true at all.
What happened? Why did it have to get this far?
Police and people who knew Chris Jones say they're trying to find answers to these exact questions. After he was taken into custody, Christopher Darnell Jones Sr. came forward saying his son struggled socially in college.
He said some people was picking on him or whatever. He didn't know how to handle it.
Brandy Porter, a friend of Jones that he confided in, said the problem among his peers started after he was taken off the football team.
He would tell us that he would get teased by football players or just other people who were close with football players.
Porter says at one point, those who picked on Jones were within his circle.
He was friends with some of these people before, and it wasn't like he had did anything to them directly.
But experts say inflicting violence on others because of the bullying is wrong.
This in no way offers an excuse.
Dr. Sarah Williams, a licensed mental health therapist, says bullying and teasing exist in other aspects of life beyond grade school.
And so it does not end, unfortunately, in those personalities of bullies unless they have an intervention. They grow up.
It's important to note that the university's police chief says Jones was involved in a hazing investigation, but it's not clear what Jones' involvement was in that incident. According to Porter, the alleged bullying was going on before UVA. She says he admitted to being teased in high school and that he had a difficult upbringing.
And that he experienced a lot or just seen a lot at a really young age. And he had told us after sophomore year that over the summer he witnessed his cousin's death.
Dr. Williams believes that college can be a difficult place to process emotions like social isolation and grief, and that students need to help be a line of defense.
If you see something, say something, because oftentimes that individual may be so compromised that they cannot advocate for themselves.
Or they might not know what the healthy approach to a problem looks like. Now, for students without insurance who don't have access to counseling on campus, Dr. Williams has provided some options to help. You can find more details on our website, WTKR.com. Danielle Seda, News 3.
And stay with News 3 for continued coverage of the mass shooting at UVA. You'll find our background stories, and we will bring you the latest updates on WTKR.com. And tonight at 6:30, the mother of one of the surviving victims, Mike Hollins, will share what happened as she learned about the shooting and the hours that followed. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell. And still ahead, the long